Final speaker.
Thank you, Chair, for this opportunity to speak. My name is Reema Patel, and I'm the delegate for Chipping Barnet CLP. I wouldn't be standing on this platform today if it wasn't for our NHS. That's why the NHS is my most precious asset. I was 4 years old when my GP diagnosed me as severely deaf. But because she intervened early, I grew up to get top grades at my school. I went to Cambridge University, where I got a first-class degree and a master's. The NHS helped me beat my odds. That's why I went to work in local government, and that's why I went to work in social care. Just as the NHS is Britain's most precious asset, so too are British workers the NHS's most precious assets. The NHS wouldn't exist without people like my mother. She was a nurse for over 20 years. I saw how hard she worked. I saw how much she sacrificed for her work. I saw how much she loved her work. But I also saw how badly she was treated, how little she was paid, and how frugally she and we lived. I'm Labour for a simple reason. When we got into government, we changed that. We gave people who cared for other people the respect they deserved. We introduced the national minimum wage. We strengthened employment rights for public sector workers. And we gave women their rights to equal pay and equal recognition. But today, it's as if the clock is running backwards, as if health was never a priority. Cameron told us that he'd cut the deficit and not the NHS. Well, conference, he was wrong. He ignored staff and ploughed ahead with costly reorganisation. He slashed over 5,000 nurses' jobs. And he's cut the NHS, but he hasn't cut the deficit. The fragmentation of our NHS is intolerable. The piecemeal auction of our NHS is intolerable. It's the care people need, not the profits companies make, that really should matter. That's why we have pledged to end this government's privatisation of our NHS. I've still got a few dying. Conference, we all know that health isn't just about what goes on in our hospitals or about how much we pour into our hospitals. Some of you will have seen how brutal this government's cuts to welfare have been, how they disproportionately affect the disabled, the vulnerable, the elderly.
Reema.
We know that these changes don't build a better Britain. We know that a happier society makes for a healthier society. That's why the NHS is my most precious asset and your most precious asset. It forms the bedrock of a progressive society.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.